Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. Welcome to our Wednesday reading of the Twin Flame Soulmate connection. This reading is in relation to very important relationships. Let's see where this relationship is. Thank you for joining us. Please remember to like, to share, and to subscribe if you have not already. So we'll be taking a lot more cards. Stay with us until the end. I will be taking the angel answers. I'll also be using my handwritten love cards, which by writing yes please beneath the video, not in the live feed, in the chat, my darling friends. Many of you forget and you write yes please in the chat section because this reading is premiering. I need you to write yes please beneath the video so that we could get back to you on a personalized message regarding love and this connection that you are here for, that you are watching this reading for. Okay, I've said on my daily read, my messenger is here, that I'm just about to launch a new website, and the readings are set out quite differently there. Okay, lovely. So we've got Temperance here, everyone. Temperance is Sagittarius. Love is coming in divine timing. Everyone needs to be in their proper positions, I suppose, for this this Dharma to come in, because this is Dharma. This is saying that this union is blessed from Archangel Michael. This is Archangel Michael here, so there will be healing. There is hope. It's asking for patience. Some of you could also be dealing with someone that comes from a different part of the world. You will come into balance. Something is being worked out for you here. We could see the Archangel pouring from one cup to the other. Okay, this is Jupiter. Jupiter is all about blessings, abundance, expansion, growth, truth. Where there is truth, this connection can manifest. It can keep going, if I could use that term, because we know that with everything that's been going on, the astrology, the frequencies, we know that relationships have been on the back burner, or if they've come to the fore, they will only stay alive and not die away if there is integrity, if there is patience, if there's the will to work, right? To put in the effort and to keep the faith. Remember, Jupiter is all about faith. Jupiter is transiting through Pisces. It's all about sacrifice. It's all about, right now, we're at the time of, this could be a magical connection. Even if this is a love affair, that you're in a love triangle and you're dealing with a karmic situation. Pisces, remember, is where Jupiter is, Neptune is. Venus will be ingressing into Pisces, I think on the 6th of April, if I'm not mistaken. But April will be a very, very interesting month, as on the 6th of April. Coming up to the end of April, my dear friends, we're going to have Venus connecting with Jupiter in the sign of Pisces. So there only can be unconditional love. There only can be sacrifice. There only can be truth for this divine union to materialize, to take form. Otherwise, it's a time of purging, letting go, where there's been secrecy, where there's been a stealth, where there's been unhealthy, toxic connections. It's time for them to go. So thank you for joining me. We are doing this reading, the usual reading, where we look at the now, the past, you and the other person and what potentially could be playing out in the future as an outcome, as a possible outcome. Do remember that this reading is a general reading, and it may not resonate with all of you. It will not resonate for all of you, but you can obviously take a few messages from here, certainly. Now, an exchange of energy is, those of you that are watching me here, you need to either like the video or comment beneath. You have to take part in this reading. Otherwise, it's as though you are just on the sidelines. Okay, when we are part of this, because we can call it a ritual, right? We are reading the energies through the divine source. You have to make yourself present, and that is through taking action, being energetic, so that you could enter this energetic field. Okay, dear Spirit, and what's going on? Where is this love connection? What is going on now? Where is it coming from? We will be taking the Lover's Path Tarot, Amira's Love Oracle. We've got the Island Time Wellness. We've got the Twin Flame Journey. We've got the Romance Angels. This is going to be a fairly long reading. So relax, tune in, think of the person you are watching this for. Focus on their name, focus on who they are. Bring them into memory if you are not together. Some of you may have not met this person yet, this very important connection. Some of you maybe have dreamt of them and you are expecting them. It's a time of magic, my dear friends. Jupiter and Venus conjoining in Pisces, end of April. My God. If that's not magic, Neptune is also there. Whatever you've dreamed of, and you may have also dreamed of this person, they could be coming into your reality. What's going on, dear Spirit? What is the potential? And remember that there will be a lot of messages here. You may need to re-listen, dear friends. This reading is also on my new website. We've added more readings. Wow. We've got the Hierophant here, my dear friends. So the Hierophant is Taurus. This is the North Node of the Moon. The karmic nodes are facing Taurus, Scorpio. We're in eclipse energies already. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus. Some of you may be married, or this is just a spiritual connection. Maybe through, on another dimension, you could be also in a marriage with this person. As we know, we reside on different dimensions. And sometimes we are here in this 3D plane where things are really tough. And other times we are on that 5th dimension, connecting with our twin flame soulmate. Now, some of you could be dealing with a karmic as well. We will see what cards come through. So, Spirit, Archangels, Archangel Michael and Archangel Lophiel in particular, please guide what's going on in this divine union. What is it that we need to know? What could possibly be playing out? Remember that the South Node is facing Scorpio, dear friends. So if you've been in a really demanding, toxic, dark relationship where there's been too much control, it's time to let that go. Let's see where we are in the now with this connection. 8 of Swords. So 8 of Swords is the perception of being blocked. Right? It's someone could also be stuck in an unhealthy marriage. Maybe also fearing that also the other person, because if you perceive this connection to be one that is of magic, it's written in the stars. Some of you could be also worrying that the other person cannot tune in with you, if you know what I mean. An Eight of Swords, okay, these are blockages in our perception, maybe also where difficult communication is concerned. But remember, she needs to trust her intuition. She's blindfolded. She cannot see that she's actually free to move. And I want to also point to the 888 messenger is here, that dreams can come true message. My last upload, which was all about 888, and that does speak to the divine, does speak to the archangels. Okay, there is the possibility of revisiting also a situation, or someone needs to have more courage. Someone needs to have more courage to get out of this binding that they're in. Where are you coming from? The moon. So there's been a lot of secrecy, maybe also, again, fear, I'm going to say. Someone may have been stuck in a situation, in a home, in a marriage. Maybe they kept that from you. I mean, the moon does also speak to a connection from the past. The moon is, of course, Cancer, Pisces. The moon can speak to also a past connection, maybe from a past lifetime as well. Some of you may feel as though that you belong with this person. You may feel as though you've known them, or, I mean, the moon does speak to nurturing and providing for, but there's also a lot that is hidden, a lot that was kept in the dark. Let's take more on the past. We had an ending in the past here. There was some sort of a betrayal pertaining to someone's home. Information that they kept from you. Maybe they kept that information because of fear, a fear of losing you. Now the moon, of course, when we look at the synastry of two people, right, how their planets work together or don't, the moon is very important, because the moon is our subconscious. It's our emotional happiness, right? So I do feel that there was a great depth to this connection, but there was also a fear, trust, maybe also trust issues. Now, I don't know if it was one of you that may have been in a marriage, or both of you. We'll see. 10 of Swords, of course, is the darkest before the dawn, right? It's being in the dark about something, and that could be pertaining to maybe also the deepest emotions of the other person, what they're hiding, what they were hiding. We've got the Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands is someone very sexual. So I would say more than likely here that there's a possibility that those of you connected to a divine masculine, and again, Sagittarius could be someone that travels a lot, someone that loves to travel, someone that wasn't ready, maybe was not ready to settle down. Not everyone would have been in a marriage, of course, but, you know, keeping things in private, not sharing their deepest emotions, their subconscious fears as well. Now, the Knight of Wands comes up as the player. So for some of you, this may have been a mask that they were wearing. Okay, they maybe also were even in denial that they had a very deep connection to you. So it may have been a facade, maybe even for themselves. They were tricking themselves that it was only a sexual connection. And some of you may also have been at a physical distance to each other. So your homes were physically at a distance from each other. We see a lot of swords, and swords do speak to communication through through social media, through telephone messages and so on. Let's see, why do we have the Eight of Swords in the now? We've got the Ace of Cups here. You know, the infinity symbol on the 8, it's like revisiting a situation and maybe having a second chance at understanding that there are no blockages here. It's all in your perception. Maybe also revisiting a situation where someone's ready to offer this Ace of Cups. And remember that the Ace of Cups is usually the Holy Grail. It's someone that has got the potential to accept this and to be, you know, over the moon with happiness. But I feel as though it's as though for some of you, you may be revisiting a situation here with that Ace of Cups just when you think something is going to take off. It's like being in a cycle, a difficult cycle, needing to revisit. But let's see. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy. We've got, as I said, Sagittarius. We've got some air, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Virgo. We've got Cancer, Pisces. Nine of Pentacles is someone who knows their worth, someone who could be financially quite stable, but there's a sense of loneliness. Okay, there's someone maybe that's very hardworking, or maybe the Nine of Pentacles also speaks to someone now getting out of their blockages and having the ability to offer their cup, to fill their life up, because what's missing from them is not their financial abundance. What's missing from their life is that Ace of Cups, right? Is love. And remember, Nine of Pentacles, what's missing is that Ace of Pentacles, which could be, I mean, this is an emotional moment of happiness where some of you could be finding out that the other person has gone through legalities or a legal divorce, and they're in the midst of getting free and, you know, setting up their life, comforting themselves right now with other things around them that do give them a sense of security, comfort. It's like preparing a nest, I feel here. Let's see what you brought to the table here. Who were you in this connection? Seven of Wands, feeling as though you had to fight for this all the time. And there was a lot that you had to deal with. I mean, there was a lot that you were up against pertaining to this connection. And maybe also because the 7 does speak to a difficult challenge, right? It's conflict. Feeling as though you had to fight, or maybe you were the only one that was fighting for this connection. Some of you also may have been dealing with someone that had just a very strong ego. If you were in another connection, remember this comes after the 6 of Wands, which can also speak to vanity, ego. I mean, or some of you felt as though you were, you felt like you were, you know, so lucky and so proud that you are connected with this person, but you needed to fight all the time because there was a lot of things that were opposing. You had opposing you. But it looks like it was like you had the upper hand here. It was up to you. Let's look at the other person. King of Wands, which could be someone that has got an ego. King of Wands, we've got the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. So we've got Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. King of Wands, powerful, entrepreneur, sexual, very much about leadership, can, as I said, hold a strong ego. This is someone that's very creative, very charismatic, could be a fire sign. For some of you, could be a Scorpio. I always say Scorpio just is, so much about desire and passion. So you could also be dealing with someone that's Sagittarian, may have planets in Scorpio as well. We see a lot of fire, a lot of desire on both sides, but we see that it looks like you were the one that felt as though you needed to fight for this all the time, whereas the King of Wands seemed someone more powerful, even though it says here that you had the upper hand. Maybe in your life at that time when you connected with this person, or when you will connect with this person, you'll be going through a difficult turn of events in your own personal life. Let's see more pertaining to you. Two of Swords. So some of you may have also been dealing with someone else. Maybe you had a choice between two people. Maybe you were stuck in a relationship concerning an Aquarius. Could be an Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra. Now again, we've got the blindfold here. So you're needing to trust your intuition. You're in a dilemma. You don't know what to do, whether to keep fighting for this connection, because many times this can speak to someone pushing you away, right? Not letting you in. And this has put you in two minds. There's a dilemma on what to do here. And you're going to have to trust your intuition. Let's see what the other person, what's happening with them. And we've got Leo. So the Strength card, which is a number 8, again the infinity symbol. Leo, conqueror, boss, very wild, a very wild individual, very sexually attracted, probably to you, but holding themselves back where their emotions, their desires are concerned right now. They really have you guessing right now. I mean, the Strength card speaks to also someone needing to let go of that strong persona, right, and trust in this connection and be open, let you in. I feel as though this other person, more than likely, your divine masculine, you can flip the roles if you like. You can flip which side you're on as well. I feel here as though it's going to take a lot of courage for this person to come forth, to open up. I do feel where their vocation and what they desire is concerned, they seem like someone really powerful, but there's that other side to them, which, and I don't know why, I feel it's got a lot to do with self-worth issues, that they've got this strong persona on the outside, and within they're very vulnerable, and they may be scared of losing the leadership role in this connection, because in the card here, remember we've got the divine feminine. This is one's higher self being able to tame, and it's the divine feminine within us or within the other person. We've got the divine feminine being able to tame this wild beast, which is very masculine energy, right? So, and I would say through love, through nurturing, right, through that yin energy, that's what gives someone the ability to win over this, or be able to tame their wild self, which we do see that there is a wild side to this person, very, very sexually inclined, very strong Martian energy, Mars ruled. And And remember, we've got Leo here, and we've got fire. So there's a lot of fire, a lot of masculine energies on this side. Not to say that there isn't on the side of you as well, but we'll see. We'll take some more. What is this dilemma about for you? To hold on to this connection or to let it go, because it looks like some of you have been waiting for a long time for this connection to manifest. I mean, the Four of Pentacles is a sense of lack. It's like a heavy energy. It's like Pentacles, right? It's earth. It's someone needing something long term, and I feel that some of you are insisting. I feel that there's conflict and there's challenges between the two of you, whether it's a known, how can I explain it? Whether it's something that's actually happened or not. There's like an energetic, competitive energy between the two of you. It looks like you are insisting on something long term, and it feels as though, even though, because it's like a mirroring effect, I would say here. It's like projecting. You're projecting. It's like they're holding themselves back, and so are you. Now it's as though there's a projection where what the one person gives to the other, what they feel, is what is projected back, and then it's like a back and forth energy here. Let's look at the other person. And we've got the King of Swords. Ooh. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius would be the more strongest energy here. King of Swords, someone that's, and we've got fire and air on this side. Very explosive, very, could also be feeling quite aggressive, the other person right now. It feels as though there's like some sort of an explosion that's going to happen with them. Like they're going to come out and blurt everything out all at once. And they're going to come through as quite harsh. And I don't know if this person could be dealing also with legalities, maybe a legal divorce. Remember the Eight of Swords here and the Nine of Pentacles. The King of Swords could also be an advisor, someone else that they're dealing with, but King of Swords will tell you the truth. Doesn't matter if it cuts both ways. Like, you know, the truths can be very harsh, and right at this time it looks like they're coming through as just very much about thought. It's not about those subtle emotions, right? I do feel that this person is protecting themselves, but I feel that they're like a volcano that's getting ready to erupt. That's what I feel is going on here. Let's take another on your side. So you're the Queen of Cups. Very obviously very intuitive, very open to love, very motherly, very psychic as well. Queen of Cups is very sacrificing. Looks like even though you've been holding back on your emotions and you've got a dilemma that you're dealing with, and maybe this is a relationship that you've been dealing with for 4 years, for some of you. For others of you, it could be 11 years, I don't know. But the Queen of Cups, she decides here that she will give heart and soul. She will nurture and love because it's in her nature. So she is self-sacrificing for this relationship. Even if, because she feels, and you feel that this is a very spiritual connection, no doubt here. Let's take another card on this King of Swords. And we've got the Ace of Swords, which aces, of course, are possible new beginnings. It is a card of victory. It is a card of victory, wisdom. The Ace of Swords is a potential new beginning, that there will be clear and concise communication, like coming out of the darkness here. Remember, the Ten of Swords turns into the Ace, which shows up on the other person's side here. So I don't know if this is, because maybe they could come through with communication. I do feel that they're very, very frustrated and very angry right now. I don't know if it's a divorce that they're dealing with and they're very angry, or that they're just coming through with their truth, because it feels as though you've been holding back recently on your truth. And remember, the Queen of Cups again is recessive. It's as though you're waiting for them to take action. Remember, we've got the masculine frequencies on this side, so it looks like they will take charge. They will come through with communication, which they will be very truthful about, and maybe this will end a difficult chapter pertaining to what is true and what is not. Remember that the King of Swords calculates. He's very mathematical, and you could be dealing also with someone that is either a doctor, an accountant, or someone who's got their own business, of course. Could be someone who works in the legal field, just someone who works with sharp objects. And looking at the astrology right now, my dear friends, we've got Uranus in Taurus squaring over to Mars in Aquarius, right? So this can be very cutting, very, it's like a tremor, right? We could also be having tremors and earthquakes and difficult weather conditions, but remember that not to rush. Mars is desire, passion, to move forward, to communicate. Aquarius is communication. It's social media. Some of you could be dealing with harsh truths, or just the other person coming through as quite cold. But this may release all this pressure and this desire moving forward, right? We'll see. What is potentially what is the outcome here? And we've got the Wheel of Fortune, my dear friends. So this is Jupiter. Remember that Jupiter will be connecting with Neptune, with Venus. There is the possibility for magic to happen. Now, the Wheel of Fortune can speak to truths. It can speak to wisdom. It can speak to the Wheel of Fate, ending something. Something fated is coming to an end, so that there can be a restart, obviously. And again, this is all about divine timing. We know Jupiter speaks to abundance, it speaks to magic, it speaks to wisdom. It can also speak to divorce, right? Because I've explained this many times, that Jupiter, which in Greek, the Greek god Zeus, has also got another name, which is called Theos. Thea means two, and also the potential for segregation. Now, Zeus also, Zevgari, means coupling. So Zeus can either bring two people together, or it can bring the end where there's been no truth, no divine connection, right? Jupiter is very spiritual as well. And Jupiter, of course, is very adventurous. It does also bring people together through faith, through believing in the same things, where there's huge differences in your beliefs pertaining to life and your journey moving forward. That also can bring a segregation, a separation. Let's see, because the Wheel of Fate is here. So we've got the Knight of Cups, dear friends, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and we've got the Devil. Oh, it doesn't cease to amaze me. The tarot, it's incredible. So we've got Sagittarius and Capricorn. The Devil. Oh my goodness. Some of you obviously are needing to come out of a dark chapter in your lives, maybe also a a toxic connection. Remember, the devil also speaks to toxicity, narcissism. You may have been dealing with someone that was very narcissistic. Maybe that you, one of you could be going through divorce, okay, with the wheel of fate. And I'd also like to mention, because the devil is Capricorn. Capricorn is the elder. It's someone that's matured, someone that's gone through the darkness. It's been really, really heavy. But on the positive side, pertaining to Saturnian energies, Saturn, which rules Capricorn. And remember, Saturn also is transiting through Aquarius, which it also rules. There's been like a fight. How can I explain this? So a tug of war. Remember that Aquarius is ruled by Uranus and Saturn, whereas Capricorn is ruled only by Saturn. And Saturn from Aquarius has been squaring over to Uranus in Taurus the whole of last year, and this is still continuing. Even though we've got a bit of a leeway now, we've been able to take a breath from this difficult tug of war pertaining to the old and the new, holding on to something that was difficult, limiting, and that could have been a past connection that either you or the other person or both of you have been going through. And Uranus in Taurus, which is where the North Node is, Uranus is going to bring the change. Uranus is what will give us the freedom from anything that we've been stuck with. And where there's been no love, no prosperity, no security, emotional, financial security, because love also thrives on finances as well. We need to know that we can get through this because we feel comfortable. Remember, Venus is what we need to survive. Venus is love, it's money, it's perfume, it's beautiful material, things that make our skin feel good. What is it that we dress ourselves in? What is it that we surround ourselves with? And where there's no prosperity, no emotional stability, as well as financial. I mean, many times financial situations make the difference whether a relationship can keep going or not. Love cannot survive only on emotions. It also needs the practical, material side of things, which is Taurus. For instance, you want to, we don't only say I love you. We actually take action to show it. We buy flowers. We buy them perfume. We take them out for dinner, right? That's the proof that we need to see on a practical level. So the practical side of this tug of war, Saturn and Uranus, right, is that has someone put in the work? Has this relationship matured? It's been a few years. If this is the very strong sexual but difficult and challenging relationship, and maybe also I'm going to say because Saturn can prove to be the glue, the gel for a long-term connection, where someone's been limited, but they've proven themselves through the hard work that they do, which is Capricorn, right? Saturn. And the rewards from Saturn are huge. But on another side, this could also speak to divorcing from a dark, difficult, narcissistic, gaslighting relationship that you've been dealing with, that you've been stuck in. And I'm going to say, if there is a revisiting moment coming through in the near future, we do have an offer of love here. And this is obviously, we know the Knight of Cups is one step, two steps forward, one step back. But remember also that this offer and the changes, the positive changes that Jupiter brings could also, I mean, it brings justice as well, which would bring you, which this offer, and we're looking at an emotional offer that's not very ripe, but we could be dealing with someone that's been through their own lessons, right? That's Saturnian. Remember, it's Capricorn. It's someone that's been through hardships of their own. We've got a lot to do with leadership energies on the side of the other person. And we know that Capricorn could also be someone who holds a position of strength, a position of leadership, the boss in their life. And remember also that this can also speak to fears, someone overcoming their fears. Okay, with the help of spirit, we've got a couple of major arcana cards here. It is important to note that. Let's take another card on this devil. And we've got the Four of Wands, my darlings. Absolutely on track. The Four of Wands is 1111, someone not fearing, and with the help of spirit, overcoming anything to do with fear. Remember, the devil can also speak to divine timing, same as the Wheel of Fate. Divine timing will open that 1111 portal to something long term. Now, this is coming out of a divorce. Yes, that would free someone up, right? So, and we've got the Three of Wands here, so could be at a physical distance or someone's waiting on their ships to come through. This is quite positive, the Three of Wands. It is a position of, there is hope here that the work has been done. And it looks like someone's made a decision. Remember, we're past that Two of Wands. There is the Ace of Pentacles, which is missing from here. Okay, someone is waiting to see those ships showing up in the distance. They've been waiting forever. We know that ships take forever. They're very slow, right? The Ace of Pentacles, something long term. Ace of Pentacles, very grounded, very dependable. It's also, it can relate to a new home, possibly for some of you. There is the Queen of Wands. So, my darlings, you may have been dealing with someone, King and Queen of Wands, that was in a marriage, that they've turned their back on. That is very possible here. Queen of Wands could be a Leo, could be any other fire sign. Remember, the Ace of Pentacles is, it can speak to a marriage, the marriage card. It could also be someone that's, you know, she's gifted maybe a child. The Ace of Pentacles many times could speak to a child or a gift of money, a promise of financial stability. Three of Swords, but there's Three of Swords is a disappointment. It's a heartbreak. But there's obviously been, and I'm going to say, if you were dealing with someone that was in another marriage, maybe they also realized that they were with the wrong person. There could have been another person. We've got a King of Swords here. So remember that there's a lot of anger here. So we've got the Four of Swords, Three of Swords here. Now this could also speak to someone being psychologically not happy. There's been some sort of dissonance here. Two of Cups in the past, right? The soulmate connection has been blocked by others. Now this Queen of Wands, even if she was not another partner, I don't know if this was another relationship that your person was in, I don't know why I get that there's a gift of money, or there's a gift of financial, like a pay, someone being paid. Maybe they were business partners, and this Queen of Wands was hoping for a relationship. I don't see that happening. I don't know. This will be different for each of you. Lots of messages. Let's see. Let's start taking more cards. I will put these cards closer so that we can make some space here on my table. Let's see what's going on with the Lover's Path Tarot. We have the Four of Cups, which is someone not happy in a marriage. Maybe they've missed chances. Four of Cups. Someone dealing with other matters and not able to accept an offer because of obligations pertaining to a home, to another marriage, to a partnership, a business partnership. It could be the case. We've got Eight of Coins. Yes, exactly. So someone not being able to accept this cup because of a business, maybe with someone else, business dealings, or maybe someone was just too busy with work. This is Eight of Pentacles is the Virgo energy. Someone not even looking that way. And we've got the, this is Merlin and Vivian, magic, and we've got the Magician here, my dear friends. So we've got an ace which does speak to, obviously, communication, having the ability to manifest through work, through service. This is, I mean, the Four of Cups many times to me speaks to missed chances, of course, reoccurring possibilities. So revisiting a situation where someone now is in a different emotional situation. Things do change as time passes. Maybe someone having focused more on other matters in their life, but now with a Magician, this does speak to a messenger. I mean, having the tools to make the magic. This is a beginning. This is Mercury, right? Mercury rules Gemini as well as Virgo. Mercury is trying to figure things out now as he's transiting through Pisces. He's just connected with Jupiter and is getting ready to connect with Neptune. So there is the possibility to see where there's been cloudedness, miscommunication as well, but also having the ability to see things how they really are, and be able to close up a cycle where there's been too much misunderstanding, illusion, maybe also deception, and an unhealthy situation. As you know, we've stepped now into the new astrological year. As the sun has ingressed into Aries, it's more about that Martian energy now. But the magic is still happening there in Pisces. I do feel that as Mercury will ingress into Aries, there'll be more courage for more communications. We're trying to figure things out now. It's not so much about being out there right now. It's about doing the inner work, that, you know, that more spiritual work. And it's more about quiet energies, right? We're like still in a dream world, but we're starting to pick up pace now, starting to see what we need to tweak, what we need to fix. Remember, the sun is coming up to Chiron very soon. and will be looking at that open wound, or will have the ability to figure out, find a resolution to be able to move forward. The Magician is an ace. And we've got the Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. So we've got Pisces here as well. And this could be childlike energies. It's like someone coming through with an apology, could be. Let's just see what's at the bottom. And we've got the Sun here. We've got the Sun, and it's called Awakening. Cupid and Psyche, which, you know, was quite an interesting love story. You can always Google it. Cupid and Psyche. Trying to win over the heart, but having that nasty mother-in-law, Venus, Aphrodite. Cupid was the son of Aphrodite, right? And Psyche was beautiful. So Venus, she was jealous. So I don't know if that mythology speaks to you, where there's really heavy competitive energies between maybe an older female and a younger female for the heart of Cupid, who Cupid was gorgeous, right? The god of love, someone who was very good at lovemaking. Let's see what's going on. Now, the Princess of Cups, the Page of Cups, can also be an unexpected offer coming through. We've also got the Knight of Cups here. And some of you are going to be receiving a message. You will not believe your eyes. You will not believe the magic. Remember, we've got this offer coming. It's sitting on the Magician, which Mercury connecting with Neptune. Neptune can be magic. We've got the ability to create. Past life connection. A familiar eye. How I usually see this card is this person is very familiar, their eyes, and there's great depth in this eye. I see very dark eyes, black eyes, so they could have, for some of you, the person you're dealing with, and this could also be you and not them. This could be Scorpio rising, right? Strong Scorpio signature, but there's great depth here in this eye, and it speaks to past life connections. We've got gifts. We've got a gift coming through. Doesn't have to be a practical gift. Could be just a gift of an apology for some of you. This could be a gift coming through after a lot of hardships. What do we need to know, dear Spirit? What is it that we need to know? Please guide. What is the gift coming through? What is that about? Looks like Spirit wants me to take the card. Spirit trusts that I will choose the right card. So thank you, Divine. Oh, the card jumped, so we will take it. Past love. So someone, and this is a past love. Obviously, you've known each other from a past lifetime. We see that there is healing going on. We do see the broken heart that is healing here. And I'm going to say also that for some of you, some of you are on the mend from a past relationship, maybe one that you were karmically connected to. Oh, okay. So the dark male. This is someone that's, looks like it's someone that's got a bit of an attitude here, I'm going to say. Dark male could be someone that's darker for their race. They don't have to be as dark as what they show up here. We've got long distance. We've got true gem. And I don't know if this is the dark male. If the dark male is someone that's broken your heart from the past, but we see the connection with a past life. It's a long distance connection. The gift can be a true gem coming through for you. And obviously true gem can speak to someone that's very intuitive, someone that works with crystals, someone that's very psychic. And the gift could also be a very, very generous stone. A very generous stone. So this would be obviously coming from someone that holds a position, a very strong position, someone that's very stable with work. Work is very important for them, it looks like. Could be someone that's quite prosperous. I mean, we've got Jupiter up here, right? Which we've already spoken about on the side of the other person. So a Sagittarian person, Sag is ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter is abundance. So show me what this true gem is about. We've got two cards here. We've got a mature woman. Could be the mature woman that is the true gem, the psychic. She's got her back turned to this male here. And she's on her way. She's ready to go. She's ready to travel. She's ready to take a trip. Remember, we had that Three of Wands right here. I don't know who's taking the trip, but she is in the picture here pertaining to a trip, a long distance trip, ready to travel. She's got her back turned to this dark male, though. That's what I see here. And we've got a dating queen. You know, as I was pre-shuffling before I opened cam, the dating queen opened up. Which, you know, I wanted to mention also that the dating queen can be a fire sign, very Leo. She's, look, there's gifts coming in. She's got gifts coming from everywhere. I don't know if this is what she does, gifts coming through from others. Someone who's very popular, very creative. She looks very much, she could be a fire sign, as I said, but many times, look at the similarities between the Queen of Cups. I'd like to say that usually the dark suit would be more earth and air. Earth and fire, right? Fire would be more, we're talking about hair color now. Fire would be more the red gingery tinge, right? It's more the earth signs that are darker, and we're talking about the hair color, as I said. The reddish, blondish hair is more water or air signs. So we've got two different females. Now, for some of you that this is not too different and there's a change in color, I would say for most of you this is two different females. Right, I see the dating queen, someone that's not very stable, but the mature woman, the dating queen could also be someone that is a bit younger. I don't know how this will resonate for you. The dating queen is someone that's ready maybe to get out there, to date, whereas the mature woman seems to be someone that's more grounded. And I don't know if this is a transformation for some of you in the future, where you're changing your hair, it looks like your world is changing, generally speaking. Maybe after this gift, like you're going through like turning into a brand new person. I want to take a couple more cards. I need a little bit more information. Thank you. Dating queen would be someone that's more flirtatious, whereas the mature woman, which would be a little bit more, more mature than the dating queen. She's more grounded. Please, Spirit Guide. What are all these offers here? Some of you could be just coming out of a divorce and you're ready to travel the world. You're like the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. You're changing everything about yourself, and this is how you are attracting, more than likely, a new person. Wow, Spirit really wants me to take the card. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. The Ice King also fell out, dear friends, as I was pre-shuffling, so that does not surprise me at all. We've got the King of Swords here, the Ice King. Now again, it shows Leo. Remember, it's very similar to both. This is two sides of the same person. For others of you, as I said, if your person is going through a divorce, this could be someone that they're dealing with, but this could also be a someone that they could be coming into some trouble with. What do I mean by that? If we've got two kings that are fighting for the heart of a queen, right, a particular queen here, it looks like there could be a battle where they're ready to fight. They're ready to fight each other on whatever grounds, whether it's verbal, whether it's, I don't know. They're in competition to each other. And that's what I see here with the dark male and the Ice King. The Ice King is very intelligent. I do see a little bit of ego in both. The Ice King could also be remember, someone who works for the law. Someone that has not been showing their emotions. They're holding back on their emotions. So Aquarius comes up a lot to me here. We've got very Leo Aquarius energies here. We've got Earth here with a mature woman, I would say. A more grounding energy. Someone quite psychic. So I don't know if it's Pisces, Virgo, or could be Capricorn, Cancer. I don't know. But we've got travel on the cards. We've got long distance. And as I said, I mean, we've got an elder, someone that's more mature. Remember the Capricorn card here. Someone that may have been cold with you, someone who had a big ego. I don't know if this is who you're letting go from. But we've also got a young male that's whizzing in, coming in with a sports car, someone that's coming in to your life very quickly, a younger knight energy, someone who loves sports cars. I don't know if this could be a son, right? And we've got beauty queen, someone that's admired, someone that is very much about dance, being up on stage, very much the Leo energy, a beauty queen, so this great admiration and new love. The beauty queen, dating queen. Of course, the energies will be different for each of you, but beauty queen speaks to someone that performs. They've got a new love. It could speak to performing in front of others, anyone who's very creative. There's so many stars around her, so there's a lot of recognition and fame connected to this beauty queen. I don't know if it's got anything to do with the dating queen, but they don't look the same. Someone seems to be up on stage. There's recognition. And the recognition is through someone taking action and whizzing in quickly. Anyway, let's take some different cards. I'd like to take three. I'd like to take three cards from the Twin Flame. The Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Actually, we'll take one on each position. So let's look at the now. Thank you, dear Spirit. What's going on in the now? Ace of Pentacles, wise investment, my dear friends. I said that before with that Ace of Pentacles, that what was missing from that Nine of Pentacles was the Ace, which speaks to a possible either family breaking up, the Ten of Pentacles, right? Or this is someone getting single and a possibility to build on another long-term relationship and marriage. The past. Why do we have the Moon, the Ten of Swords, and the Knight of Wands? We had the 8, the Strength card, restrain. See, we've got the Strength card also on the other side, the other person. So they were holding themselves back from telling you also the truth, and it's obviously caused trust issues here. But there was a very strong sexual connection here. Maybe there was trust until that Ten of Swords, till someone realized that they were betrayed. I want to take one more on that Strength card. And again, we've got the Lion, so a lot to do with leadership. We've got the Queen of Pentacles and nurturing, very similar to you. So it looks like the Divine Feminine was very nurturing. You could actually be a mother, actually. Now, Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, very motherly, as I said. The Minor Arcana of the Empress. Queen of Pentacles, very stable, always wanting something long-term, very motherly, also treating the other person very motherly, very protective of them, but also the Strength card, as I said, the other person, I do feel that obviously they hold some Leo in their chart. They were very attracted to you, but holding themselves back pertaining to their truth and what they were going through. And I'm going to say they may have been in a marriage where they had a child with the Queen of Pentacles. So they probably held that sort of information from you. Let's look at you. Let's look at you. And I'm going to say with this young male, I feel that for some of you, you've known this person for a very long time. And it's been a very long time, or this is how you knew each other in a past lifetime. Here we've got the Ice King now, someone that's more mature, someone who's matured through life's challenges, maybe. Let's look at you. You've got the Ten of Wands, heavy burdens, lots of burdens and heaviness on your side. Ten of Wands, remember, says to such a, it's like carrying a burden, a cross. You being so dutiful and carrying this heavy load for too long. Too long, and that could have been also just your karma. So this relationship was a very difficult, maybe, challenge for you. Very much about carrying a heavy weight for too long. And maybe also the relationship you were in. Remember, the Ten of Wands turns into the Ace of Wands. I want to take one more on that Ten of Wands. We've got the Hermit. So some of you have grown spiritually. You've you've turned inwards. You are the Hermit. And you've grown so wise after these challenges. Soul searching. The Hermit is someone that is wise, maybe through your experiences. You have become the teacher for others. But remember, we've got the 9, the Hermit, we've got the 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Let's look at, and I feel some of you have gone within, you've grown spiritually. It looks like you're not taking any action. Let's look at what the other person is going to do. 9 of Wands, a 9 and a 9. Trials and tribulations, looks like they're going through a lot. I want to take another card on that Hermit. after you seeking and seeing the light, because before you couldn't see the light, you've come to understand that this is a twin flame connection. You've got the Lovers, so obviously you were dealing, or you may still be dealing with another person. The other person, the Death card and the Four of Swords, healing and recovery. They're going through a transition. They're going through a lot of hardships here. So it looks like, and remember I spoke of someone maybe having strong Scorpio. We do have the Death card here. They're going through healing and through recovery. Remember we had the Four of Swords here. So they've gone through a heartbreak pertaining maybe to a Queen of Wands. And they're turning their back on, I don't know, a payoff, an offer of money, a business. I don't know what that is, but they're turning their back on that. Remember, we've got the Ace of Pentacles here, so I don't know if they're turning their back on a fire sign and potentially going with someone who's got strong earth in their chart, where they know that they're more dependable. So we've got Gemini on your side, dear friends. We've got Gemini and Virgo with the Hermit, which I spoke of here with the Magician. Gemini and Virgo, so it's all about Mercury. I want to take one more on the other person's side, because we could see that they're not communicating. They're not open to tell you what they've been going through. They've been going through a lot of trials and tribulations. But Page of Pentacles comes through. They're planning for the future. Now, the trials and tribulations could be pertaining to an earth sign child. Page of Pentacles, right? Now, it says concrete ideas here. I don't know if this is someone who deals with building concrete and building materials. And concrete means I'm stuck. Let's look at the possible outcome. The Wheel of Fortune twice, my dear friends. Destined opportunities. It's all about timing. Ooh, wow. Wow, my dear friends. Oh my God, dear friends. We've got the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, a father, can be a Taurus, can be a Virgo, can be a Capricorn. For many of you, it could be a Capricorn, even though King of Pentacles is Taurus for me. King of Pentacles is a father. Maybe they're birthing something new. If this is not a child, this is like an offer for something stable and long-term. Some of you could also, this could be your potential partner who will gift you with a child. My goodness. And we've got the Moon at the bottom with illusions. And the Moon, remember, we started off with the Moon here from the past. The Moon, so matters, I would say more than likely, illusions clearing. Eight of Pentacles, work in progress pertaining to a home, it could be. The Chariot charging ahead. Cancer, Pisces, Virgo, and the Magician, manifesting tools. We've got such similarities with the Magician and the Eight of Pentacles, which are here. Three of Wands, awaiting results. So it looks like the Moon, and I would say this is probably got to do with a full moon or a new moon, or something is happening behind the scenes that you don't know about, which Mercury will clear up for us, and so will Jupiter. The Moon speaks to our emotions. It speaks to depth, remember? Also speaks to not knowing what's going on in someone's home. Let's take a couple of romance angels. And for some of you, I don't know if this is an accidental child that's come into this King of Pentacles life. But obviously this would be someone, if that is the case, even if this was not planned, this would be someone that would take charge and obviously deal with it. It's not someone to bail on their responsibilities, and that could be a reason why we see the devil here. Someone having dealt with a karmic situation that they needed to take care of. Let's see. But the destined opportunities do speak to something stable, long-term, potential marriage. Past life relationship, you have known each other before. Let your friends help you. Ask for and support help from others. So we can see that there's a strong magnetic attraction between the two of you. Now we can also say that this past life relationship could also be a karmic that some of you are leaving. We see how controlling and how this is, yes, it's very much about desire, but it can also speak to a karmic. That's how I see it, where you're needing help to break away from. We've got forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So some of you are needing to forgive, and you've gone through a learning situation in your life where you had to grow spiritually through these challenges. And obviously the other person in your life, obviously you're both going through this at the same time. Different situations, but you're mirroring each other. You're projecting onto each other. Looks like it is a twin flame connection. It has to be. Let's take one more. Very soon, my darlings, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Very soon, where we see that there is a lot of trust between these two, as you can see. What's at the bottom? Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, and it's shown up here as well. Yeah, some of you are coming out of an unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep the relationship going. And that's, I see that the soulmate is before the unrequited love, which says some of you have met your soulmate, but you've also been dealing with a situation of unrequited love, or your soulmate has been in another relationship where there was no love. There were other connections, whether it was a child, whether it was money, security. Yeah, and there's been deception. Some of you have not been totally truthful pertaining to your connection with your soulmate. Remember what I said about wearing a mask here. So this gave you a lot of doubts about not being loved, but Spirit is saying divine timing is at work in your life, in your love life, and Spirit is also saying there that it's going to be worth the wait. There's a lot that you have not known. There's a lot that maybe both of you have not shared because of fear. These are tough lessons, obviously, and I'd like to see the Mystic Moon Oracles, which is a very important deck for this type of a reading for me. Cycles, there we go. So cycles is like the infinity symbol, or it's a karmic cycle. You've gone over and over and over again. I do feel that with the energies, the frequencies that are playing out now, dear friends, in our lives, it's like make or break, and it's for good this time. I really feel that a lot of cycles are going to end. It's either yes or no. I don't feel as though it will keep going on in these cycles. It's now, it's yes or it's no. It's like, it's a sense of urgency that we're on to the next new cycle. There's a brand new cycle. And I feel that for many of us, it's like we've come to the end of these cycles. I really feel that at this point. Because of those energies of Pisces, what's going on in Pisces, I do feel that that's the reason. And not only, we see what's going on in life. We see how challenging life is. We're being pushed to the brink of breaking. And they're our harshest lessons. The harshest test that we are going through right now is, can this relationship make it or will it break? The answer is no. New direction. For some of you that have been in a relationship that was just back and forth all the time, this is something that you are closing. You're taking a new direction. The cycles is very karmic. It's very Saturnian card, and I feel that that's what you're closing up on, and you're following your heart. This is a new path. This could also speak to physical travel as well. We've got communication on a higher level. Communication, lots of messages, lots of telepathy, back and forth with a very important soulmate, twin flame. You're trusting now in your communication with spirit, with the divine, that you need to close the door on that that toxic cycle that you've been in over and over again, which you've received a lot of lessons through. It's time for that to end. We've got pride and ego. Some of you, I feel here, are going to feel very proud with the way you are closing up this cycle. If, again, I'm going to say, because we've got so much blue here, so much blue, which is very ethereal. It's like the sky, right? It's like the seas. Pride and ego, but we know that the peacock speaks to abundance. It speaks to luck. It speaks to a lot of abundance. If you remember, in the Queen of Pentacles, she is usually shown with the peacock, which, you know, the pride is because she's put in so much effort, so much work. She's been so stable in what she's been working on, and therefore she probably has a sense of pride for a job well done. Now, you may be also connecting with someone that is very, has got a bit of an ego, as I said, is someone quite prideful. Some of you may also feel very proud of your accomplishments, of the work that you've done and your abilities. And we've got the divine masculine in contemplation here, that if there was a sense of, remember what I said, a little bit of conflictual or competitive energies, looks like the divine masculine has got a higher perspective on things right now. We've got devotion. Looks like they're probably thinking of the devotion that you provided for them, and they may be reciprocating now, and they're taking action. Devotion is also friendship. Oh my God, fifth dimension. Yes, this is twin flame connection. Yes. Yes, my darlings, this is twin flame. The divine masculine has awoken, has gone through the lessons, has seen things from a higher perspective. And you could be building a family with this person, or you already felt as though this person is part of your family. Big dreams, dream big. You've been dreaming about this. You've been dreaming possibly of building a family, connecting with your divine masculine, and a fifth dimensional relationship where it's been filled with lessons, but it's also very magical. It's a divine union. It's a time to surrender. Surrender and go with the emotions. Go with the flow. As your relationship has been ascending. Incredible. Incredible. Let's take some Lenormand. Wow. What is this Ace of Pentacles about? And it's right on that Nine of Pentacles, if you remember. The Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Swords. What is this wise investment? Looks like some of you may have planted a seed, had a very wise investment through this relationship. Emotionally having invested was very wise. Wow, it could also be someone that has investments. The Divine Masculine is here. Remember, the Ace of Pentacles is an offer. It could be coming from the Divine Masculine. Let's take one more. And it could be the Divine Masculine that is now free to offer. They're single. Maybe they're also overcoming their fears so that they could offer that cup. It is the Ace of Cups on this Divine Masculine. Yeah, it looks like they've been going through divorce. They've been conflicted about investing in you, in your relationship. They have been conflicted. And there could be a difficult connection or conversations, as I said. But they could also have been going through a lot of karma. Maybe also debating with you and in opposition to some things, but this will not last. And we've got the abundance, the King of Pentacles we've got here, my dear friends, again. Wow. Incredible. This is someone that you can depend on. Let's look at the other person. Let's look at them. Remember, we had the Nine of Wands. We had the Death card. We had the Four of Swords, healing and recovery, and then the concrete ideas, Page of Pentacles. We've got the Ten of Pentacles here, and it's also the book, so the book is open right now. You will be finding out a lot of things pertaining to this person's family or this person's financial situation, or whatever you will be finding out about will make you feel very abundant. This is the Cross. So the payback will be you having kept the faith pertaining to this person. Now, this person had a lot of heaviness, heavy weights and duties that they had to deal with, right? But remember, the cross speaks to a heaviness and suffering, but this will only last 2 to 3 weeks. And there is the Moon, which the Moon shows the Eight of Cups, which shows they are leaving there, maybe leaving some duties, dropping some duties which maybe were not theirs. This could be someone leaving this heaviness, and maybe also with the Moon, remember, in Lenormand, speaks to a very deep connection. Eight of Cups, this is someone taking the journey. Doesn't matter how hard it is, they're moving forward with holding on to the faith and believing in this connection. Your side. We have the Sun, and this is the Ace of Pentacles. We've got, after you had the Ten of Pentacles, the Hermit and the Lovers, we've got the Sun, and this is the Ace of Pentacles, which makes you very happy. You are closing up a major karmic cycle in your life. There's lots of, some of you are flying, I should say overcoming your obstacles. Some of you could also, oh, okay, my camera stopped recording. I was just talking about the Sun comes through, you get to see, the Sun does speak to matters of heart. It speaks to spring energies, and you know that you've closed a major karmic cycle in your life. Also, some of you are not feeling trapped anymore, and some of you could also be taking flight towards a child or towards something new. Your life is going through a transformation as well with the child there. The child can speak to you may be connecting also to a child, to a person who has a child of their own, but the child is usually a lot of happiness. And I mean, wow. Okay, let's look at the outcome. Remember the cards here. We've got the Devil, the Four of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune twice, and the Knight of Cups. So we've got the Death card, the Nine of Pentacles. Remember that someone is becoming single. They're going through separation. Could be a Scorpio. There is the Scythe and the 10. Someone is being very careful, very... We've got the Knight of Pentacles here, Virgo energies. So someone in preparation mode. They're needing to fix a situation in their life before they could reap the rewards of whatever it is that they're manifesting. Remember, it's all about slow and steady movement forward. We've got 3 10s here. Twice the Wheel of Fortune and the Scythe. That's a 3-0, right? It's like the Empress. For some people, this could be someone also cutting a mother out of their life. Could be someone also that's lost their mother, who could have been a fork in the road, let's say. And we've got, there is the 3 again with the Lily, my dear friends. This is that open wound, Chiron in Virgo, right? Someone ready to be practical, to do the work, to heal that open wound. The Lily also speaks to purifying a relationship that's very sexual, but it's also very ethical. A mother figure that is very, very much about morality and doing the right thing. But it's also a very strong sexual desire to connect and to expand. Remember, it's a 3. And this is over here, we've got a king again. So someone ready to take action now, whether it's the King of Swords or the King of Wands. This is the other person that's going to provide for you now, maybe nurturing and being very motherly towards your relationship. What's at the bottom? We've got the Clover, and the Clover is an opportunity, right? Jupiter and Sagittarius, this is beautiful. And remember, with the moon on the side of this person, remember that they were very secretive pertaining to their emotions. Wow. I'd like to take the Island Time Wellness before I take some messages of love, and then I'll be taking the angel answers. I know it's a long reading. You can always pause it and come back to it. The Clover speaks to equal giving and receiving. This is someone going through divorce also, where there's been no generosity. Now your luck is changing, dear friends. Your luck is changing. There will be generosity. Someone could be also paying money out, child support. Whoever's going through divorce, let's see. Beneath that is the Garden, which does speak to happiness. Someone being very social. The Garden is also teamwork, being very communicative, but also someone being in the Garden of Eden, right? Having a second chance. We've got the Runner in codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. We've got Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, making memories. Make memories. So we did have someone that was running away. This Knight of Wands, obviously. We have stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Coffee cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and friendship. Obviously, there's been deception here. The Runner has been dealing with someone and maybe reminiscing also pertaining to your relationship, or this is just something that is coming up. If this is not someone from your past, then this is just things that are coming up. They're getting all these signs about a past very important connection. Yes. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, and making memories. Making new memories, I would say also, but also having learned from past experiences. Now, we've got talking here. Interested, conversing, more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, and hoovering. So we've got maybe a meeting where there'll be a lot of talking. Stabbed in the back. Remember, we had the 10 of Swords here. Obviously, there is fear of being stabbed in the back, so there's trust issues here. But this, if after having those conversations and speaking truthfully, this, even though the conversations may be tough, I'm going to say this is letting go of difficulties and releasing. Remember the volcanic eruption that I spoke of pertaining to the other person. This is make or break. It will not be the same for all of you. Okay, for some of you, these truths will either release you from a difficult chapter in your life, from doing this over and over again, right? But this could also speak to just leaving someone that stabbed you in the back and now connecting with someone that there's a sense of friendship as well. Maybe it's a relationship that you've kept as friends, and maybe there's a change now where this could be picking up. And we've got cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Oh my God, like over and over, thinking of things going around again in one's head over and over. This is probably what is necessary to be let go of. Let's see, because remember that the sun is coming up to Chiron, which is that open wound. Feeling as though there will be, deception again. Hand of cards, taking a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, and gambling. So a work needs to be done and someone needs to take a chance here, because otherwise you will be stuck in the 3D again, in that cycle over and over again. This is what he told me. This is what she told me. Do you know what I mean, my dear friends? Look, we've got the moon and we've got the sun. These two together do make for a perfect connection. We've got the cross on their side. We've got the mountain on your side. So it's like a mirroring effect. So it's up to us to be practical, to be grounded, to believe in magic. But when we see that there's no magic now, if this relationship does not manifest in the next couple of months, I'm going to say, I think it's time to move on. Okay, and that's what I seriously feel I think I need to tell you, my dear friends, because we see a lot of hard energies here in the Island Time Wellness. Now, let's see. Let's take some messages from the angel answers. I did say I would take the handwritten love cards, but I decided to do this first. Dear Spirit, if you have not formulated your questions, dear friends, please do so. Put a pause on the video. Try and ask. I will take 3 cards, more than likely. Communicate clearly. There is a potential for that with Mercury trying to figure things out as it's transiting through Pisces. Clear and concise communication, not beating around the bush, not wearing masks anymore. It's a time to end this vicious cycle, dear friends. I would say that there is no point if you cannot taste this connection on a 3D, on the 3D dimension. We cannot be living only in a dream world, living with this partner on, you know, that 5th dimension and just being in a daydream. It's time to let that go and see what you can manifest now, in the here and in the now, in this 3rd dimensional life that we are living. Dear Spirit, more answers. Thank you. Unlikely. Ooh. I would like to read that. Unlikely, because I don't know what that can mean. Unlikely. What is the message here? What do we need to know? Please give us more answers, dear Spirit. Success with an exclamation mark. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck here. Thank you, dear Spirit. We've got within the next few months. Let's see what the unlikely reads, because we don't know what it means, right? The situation you have asked about is unlikely to occur as you are imagining it. There may be a different version of events that will take place, or it may be that what you've asked about is simply not in your highest, greatest good. Place your focus on an alternative possibility. Open your eyes to different opportunities. Be willing to experience unique and more uplifting outcome than what you have planned for yourself. What I'd like to do on this unlikely card is take 3 tarot cards. It may give you a bit more of an understanding what that actually means for you. We've got the Page of Wands, which is someone that's ready to go on an adventure, send out a message. This is someone that is very happy-go-lucky, right? Someone that is very courageous, doesn't, cannot be held back, obviously. This is someone that is quite wild. For some of you, this could be someone that's been quite spoilt as well. It is the minor arcana of the Fool. And we've got the King of Swords. So someone is going to take a risk, communicate clearly, maybe also cut away anything that they did not desire. And there's a lot of anxiety and stress pertaining to communication, truthful communication, cutting someone out of your life and turning your back, or talking truthfully about whether it's worth waiting for, or maybe even perceiving that maybe it's time to put this to rest. I mean, the 10 of Swords is here, where you've been stabbed in the back because of a lack of truth. Remember, swords are double-edged. Someone's turning their back, or where there's no truth. I mean, the King of Swords always gives us the truth, but it could also speak to also someone having an ability to find an intelligent way out of worry or out of the hardships. There's a lot of angst and a lot of psychological issues here. We've got 4 wands here. 4 wands, which is also up here. So I don't know what that speaks to you. Maybe you know personally and in your own life what that means. I would say through clear and concise communication, that will positively bring a sense of expansion and the possibility of those ships coming in. We've got someone waiting and someone taking action. So who are you and who is the other person? I don't know if you've asked something about pertaining to who's taking action, who's waiting. It could be something like that. I can't stop thinking about you. I'm only breathing, not living without you. Now, those of you, as I said, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and share this video. But also to write yes please beneath the video, my dear friends. And pay attention if you receive, after asking, after writing, commenting yes please, if you receive any of these cards, then this message is especially important for you. I don't want to be the third person, you see. Please don't go, I'm begging you. I knew you would break my heart. Wow. Someone knew that they would have their heart broken. I will ruin your life. I'm no good for you. 3 4s we've got here. 4s speak to home, family. It's the Emperor. 4 is the Emperor, right? If not with you, then no one. We've got another 4. 4 4s are 16. 16 is the Tower. 4 is also the Miser, right? But it's also holding on to a relationship forever. Maybe also holding on to someone's truth because of fear of heartbreak. I can't get over you. You stole my heart and my happiness. No one knows me better than you. 2 more cards I will take, and we'll see what number they add up to be. You took the stars from my eyes, you took my heart, and I want it back. My goodness. I want you back, do you? So there's a lot of doubts here. There are a lot of doubts. A lot of you are doubting. At the bottom, I've had enough, you're blocked. Wow. Wow. So many challenging energies that we've got, but there's so many promising cards here as well. So we've got 9, 13, 22, 26, 30, 38, 41, 47, 47, 50, 54, and 57, which a 5 and a 7 equals 12, my dear friends, which equals 3 as well again. So the Empress, but 12 is also the Hanging Man, which is the Piscean season, with Neptune, Jupiter, Mercury, of course, as Venus will also, and Mars will pass through Pisces. Even though the Sun has left Pisces, there's still a lot of Piscean energy in and around us that are affecting us. So it's all about Pisces is sacrifice, it's believing, it's also closing up a very difficult karmic chapter that we need to in our life so that we could release ourselves from maybe a karmic harsh situation that we've been challenged, that we've come into this incarnation to deal with. For some of you, Pisces is also unconditional love. It's sacrifice. It's needing to see things from a higher perspective, from a different perspective. Those of you that have sacrificed too much and you have not received, it's time to close that door. Okay, I think, dear friends, that I will leave you with, I felt called to take a Mythic Oracle, a message from the gods today. Let's see which god, which hero is coming through. It does give us an understanding. It does give us an understanding of what energies we are dealing with. So what is the message today, dear friends? And we've got, battle. We've got Aries, which is Mars, and battle. Number 23, so that equals a 5. Remember, 5 is it's Taurus, it's the Hierophant, it's also changes, conflict. Aries is Mars, who is chasing Venus now. She's left him behind and she's on her way. She's taking charge right now. And remember, the energies can be very cutting, but Aries is Mars. It's also the Aries energy. Remember that Mars rules Aries. So it's all about the sun is very powerful there. Someone is now reaping up the courage to do the work. Aries is the son of Zeus and Hera. He is the god of war and battle, and that's what's going on in humanity. There is a war. The war is on a collective, and the war is also personally. The god of war and battle, and embodies not only the spirit but also the blood and guts of the fight. Often thought of as a kind of butcher, Aries does not govern the strategy of war, but rather the physical aspect of the fight. The message says, Aries is here to remind you that it may be necessary for you to take a step back and see what is occurring for you at this time. To be in the heat of battle without a sense of how and why you are there is dangerous. To be oblivious to the need for battle when in danger of losing yourself and your ground is also equally dangerous. It may be necessary to fight at this time, but it is essential that you understand what you are fighting and why, in order to choose the most beneficial course of action. Fighting for what you believe to be right is very important, but the act of standing for your truth must be more important than achieving your desired outcome. It is very important that you are not fighting just to protect or nurture an injured ego as proving that you are right or better is not a noble reason to fight. If that is the reason you are fighting, you need to let the injury go and focus on other opportunities that exist for you now to invest your energy in. Also, be careful not to butcher your way through the things and people you love at this time. This is not the way to get things done. If passions are running high, it's important not to take out all your aggression on those who love and support you. Sometimes when we can't fight what we are really angry at, we take it out on the closest targets. This is narcissism, my darlings. If this is what's going on for you and someone's taking out their anger on you, on the scapegoat, then you need to understand that you're dealing with something unhealthy. If you have pulled this card, it is time to fight for yourself, your ground, your loved ones, or your beliefs, but don't fight blindly. It is important that you see what is happening and why. Reveal your true motivations. Discover what is truly driving the battle. After examination, if the battle still seems like it is based in your personal truth and integrity, then move forward with calm, strong action and a clear state of mind. So, my dear friends, right now, Mars is in Aquarius. And right now, as I'm talking to you, Mars is right on Saturn. So he is trying to figure out a way to be able to move forward. Remember that Mars and Saturn in Aquarius can be battle-like energies, as well as Mars squaring over to Uranus, which, okay, it's not that close, but it's still quite It's still quite there. I was just looking at the 5th of April, but we're still at 22nd of March. So yeah, just as I was saying, I mean, Mars is coming up to Saturn. That's what's happening. Already knows that he's got those limitations and those restrictions ahead of him. On the 5th of April, when Venus will have ingressed into Pisces, Mars will be on Saturn. So from now until then, it's not easy. It is not easy, especially now with the energies of what I'm reading right now, with Mars and Venus still squaring over to Uranus. Okay, this is like sudden, shocking surprises, tower moments. It could also be cutting someone out of your life just out of the blue, having a fight, having conflict. It could be anything like that. So do heed the energies that are playing out. Give it time. Go with the flow. Lean towards that Piscean energy more so than the Mars and Venus challenge right now. Okay, this too shall pass. All right, darlings. All right. And of course, with Aries and Mars, remember Mars was the lover of Venus. So he is ready to do battle with, and I did say that some of you could be, the two potential partners could be at it as through a battle. So of course these messages will not resonate with all of you. You're all on a different timeline. I do hope that some did resonate for you, and I will leave you with that. I want to thank you so much for connecting with me, for being so patient on such a long reading. This is a reading of, what can I say? My goodness, 2 whole hours, dear friends. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, your support in whichever which way you support this channel. Thank you for being on Patreon. Okay, this was quite the reading. I haven't done a long reading like this for a while, but I hope you appreciate it. Show your appreciation through sharing, please, darlings, and comment. Okay, and also thank you for your donations. Those of you that have been very generous with your love, with your energy, and that is the sharing of energy. Even being on Patreon is sharing the energy. My darlings, love and light, good luck, be patient, good times ahead. We're still in the midst of that darkness, but there's a lot of promise here. Talk to you soon. Ta-da.